I was really grateful and excited for handling the business and getting the business done because I swear to you, I don't think that that's a big conversation that's being held about the business of the business. I don't think that's a conversation. Um, thank you, Yellow Lotus. You could tell me your real name, but it's as we are navigating what business is and what business looks like, it's going to be imperative that you find some place that's going to help you to handle your business. Because the thing that I learned is I thought I was in business, but it's some business that's not in business. Okay, perfect, Natalie. Nice to see you. And as frustrated as I was, I kept thinking to myself, but this is so necessary. But once it's done, and that was one of the things she said, it it still evolves with you. Writing the thing that we were working on a capability statement. And the capability statement looks to me, it looks like a resume of your business. But then it couldn't be too wordy. It couldn't have too much stuff, and it needed the codes, it needed your certifications, maybe your awards and all that. And it was just like, okay, I don't like doing resumes. I don't like a regular resume. So I surely wasn't feeling so apt about putting together a resume for my business. So I'm like, okay. And then prior to the capability statement, it was a whole conversation about pitching. I'm not a pitcher, not a pitcher. Don't like pitching. Don't want to pitch. Don't think that it'll ever be a thing that I will do. Um, to And maybe when you write a grant, that's sort of kind of pitching, but I'm talking about Hey, Rosalind, the type of pitching that you do in a group of people, like a pitch contest. I don't think I will ever do that. I don't think I will ever do that. And so that's what they were talking about, and that they were um, testing that out to see if people had the right elements to their pitch, the emotional part, who they are, why they do it, and do it in 30 seconds, 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. And people were doing good, and they were giving really good feedback for people as they were practicing. And, really, it was just like, oh my goodness, man, 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 man. And they talked about all of the different ways, and there were investors in the room that gave feedback on what they were seeing, and and told you where your strengths was and how to lean into your strengths and all of that. So I feel like, that really was a good session. And so today, hopefully today won't be as boring as it sounds, because even the man that was doing the pitch, he was smart. I mean, teaching about pitching, he was smart, but he was so monotone. Yeah, and when you're pitching, I'm an investor, and sometimes when people go off into the weeds, and they're off topic, and all of that, or they're just selling too much of their story, I have a tendency to disengage. Bro, I'm disengaged right now while you talking, because you finna put me to sleep. Hey, Mr. Lee, I'm sitting here saying, oh my God, like, please, could you like pick it up? Get excited that you trying to help people do something. Like, I would never want to pitch in front of him because you sleepy to talk to. So me talking to you, I don't even know. Like, don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. Let somebody else from his organization, because he does good work. He is a investor, but baby, you finna make me go night night. So next time, y'all get somebody that the people can not fall asleep on. I mean, he gave good feedback, but man, it was hard just to to stay awake to listen to him. Don't you know? I just went to bed at 4:30, bro. You about to make me go night night for real. But I say all that to say, man, get your business in order. Because these folks, I mean, I didn't even know. Like, I don't even think I ever even heard the word capability statement. Have you? Y'all heard of it? I never heard of it until yesterday. A resume for your business. That's what it looked like. That's not what they called it. That's what it looked like to me. That's how I'm sitting with it because it was a whole lot. Yeah, it definitely is more than just letting the I saw it, Mr. Lee. Very nice. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Just really making sure that we have everything in order so that one, if somebody wants to give us some money, one, they we are a real entity that they could give some money to, money that you can I mean an entity that can be loan money, granted money, whatever. You want to make sure of that, and then you want to be able to tell people what your business is. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's called. It's called a capability statement. And it was funny. I was like, I got a headache. I just folded the paper up and put it in my pocket. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot going on. Go ahead, Shabbat.
Girl, I heard about it a couple years ago when I took class just like that, right? And
Mhm.
it's a lot. So we think we're in business and we think we have our business together and we don't. And when you're looking to do the higher things like the government contracting and those different grants and so forth, yeah, no. Um, as long as we have a home address for a business and a PO box for a business, we're not in business.
No,
We're
not
not
at
in
all. At
at
all.
all, at
At
all,
all.
at all.
And,
So
and,
we
and
just know that we have to get it together because that is not how it needs to be set up properly. But we already know starting out, yes, we have to do what we have to
that's how we
do
start.
in that instance. But there is we know that we have to change that along the way. I know that as well. That it has to be changed for it to be done properly for you to be applying for things and how they look at it. If they ever see a PO box or a home address, that's a done deal. They not even going
Yeah,
further.
looking
That's
at
it.
yeah, you're not getting no
They
money.
don't care how many smiles on kids' faces I put and a thousand millions over the world. Oh, okay. Now, ma'am, you need the
She's not
proper
serious.
address.
They're gonna say she's not serious.
That's
I mean,
it.
I know she's not serious. She's not taking
There,
this.
There's
So,
this one lady I met, right?
mhm,
Well, online. I was listening to her and she was saying the same thing a couple of weeks ago. And she says that she's just started to change her stuff October of last year. And she said when she changed those things, she was like, I know it's a pain because when you have to change your address here and then, at your wherever you are, you have to change that address, you have to send it to the IRS, that has to have to be changed in the Secretary of State. Everything has to just get changed up. And it's a pain, yes. But she says once she did that and everything was across the board properly done, she said she was getting so much. She said not loan, grants from Stripe, from all these different banks. She said every single month a grant is coming through automatically, just straight
mhm,
across the
mhm.
board. So we know,
Yep.
we gotta get things together and yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not too comfortable, but we're gonna have to get comfortable.
Hey, Gigi. Yep. So it's right. So one of my other friends, Cordera out of West Palm Beach, Florida, she got money from Restream, and Restream gave her a year's worth of streaming services. And then Canva gave her something. And then she got invited to some place to come someplace because they found her. So it is something that is absolutely necessary. And then again, when your business is correct, you can then start to bid on government things. And the government needs everything from toilet paper to speakers. They need everything. And so she said that the company that she works for, they have over 1,000 suppliers for everything from bottle tops to labels for their product. They don't do any of that in house. They source out everything. And a lot of companies do. So the way that we get ourselves on the radar is by having our businesses the way that they're supposed to be. Have your capability statements, have your, this tomorrow is the minority business certification. There is veterans, women's, LGBTQIA, um, um, and any type of minority, and you definitely got to have your paperwork in order to get those certifications. But once you do, even though they're not saying the words DEI anymore, diversity and inclusion, there still is a certain amount of diversity that is required. And so she said, even in her company, she's not giving you the business because you're black. She's giving you the business because you just happen to be the best and you happen to be black. Because she said, if I get two suppliers and they have exactly the same thing, but I haven't met my diversity quota, I'm going to choose you because that's your what she called it, the differentiator. So we have these differentiators that help us to stand out from other people.
And then I
And
went through weeks of those classes and got to towards the end. I'm like, yes, going forward. And girl went to upload everything to the government website, and it kicks it back. And why? Because my address was not a proper address. And that's when
yep,
I was so frustrated after weeks of going through these classes and, doing everything. And I was like, forget it. And then I change it. But then it goes, I was thinking that I had a proper address done. And when months go by, I pull it up, I'm like, I'm seeing Staples. I said, what the heck? No, I don't want to see Staples. So, but so guys, she's saying all of this because what we know, and if you are starting out your business now, do it right now.
it's
So you're
time.
not like us that has to go retrack, go back and do and redo because it's a pain. So if you're starting the business out now, do it properly now. It
Yes.
just be so much better for you.
Yes, yes, and yes. So all of it. I mean, you could be super dope amazing at whatever it is that you're doing, but if your business is not an actual business, it's not recognized by the people who say that you're in business. So what you're doing is really having a hobby that people pay you for every once in a while. Every once in a while. So it's a few places that you can get the appropriate addresses for, but some you really have to do your due diligence because some of the places like UPS stores and iPostal and all that, they getting hip to those, so you really can't have certain things like that. So you really got to do your own due diligence to determine what is going to be a true address. You may have to do like a co-working space, something like a Regis or WeWork or something like that. I'm right now changing my addresses to the Rice Center. Um, and I didn't want to use it at first because there's so many businesses there, but it makes sense. It's a co-working space. If it comes up that there's multiple businesses there, that's perfect because it is a co-working space for businesses. So I just changed my address over to Rice. I was waiting for it to get done. So now I'm doing I'm now got to change my address with the Secretary of State and all everything that Shanette just said. So it's going to be important to do that. Grand Rising, Danny. It can't. Those mailboxes they've been bouncing back. So you wanna be mindful of that. You want to be a real business, and sometimes you got to pay instead of like $15. Like iPostal was costing like $15. And then the second place I was using Alliance virtual offices, they were $50. And then when I came to Rice, they recently added mail services. So mail services at Rice is only $25, and I'm always there. Whereas the other place was somewhere downtown, and I really never went there. And they got a piece of mail there that they never told me about. It was my humanitarian award that was mailed to me, and they let it sit for 2 months and ran up $300 worth of "We got your mail," and I didn't know. They just let it pile up, and then they snatched $300 out of my account, and I'm like, "What is going on? What is this for?" "Oh, we've been holding your mail." And where was you gonna tell me? I got a phone number, I got an email, I got all of this stuff. I don't like the way y'all do business. So it's going to be so important that we lean in and get our business in order so that when you say you in business, when you say you are a business owner, that you really are a recognized government business owner. Like somebody could go Google you and look you up and see, yeah, she got her stuff in order. Because it's
And you know
people.
what? And
Mhm.
and 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 because we are applying for what you call it, credit card, business credit cards and all that, and you might receive them. It doesn't mean that you're all good.
Oh,
You- so just because your bank gave you a business loan or a business credit card, you might say, "Oh, well, I am in business. My bank gave me a business credit card and all that stuff." No, 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 no. You still need to get everything properly done.
yep, properly done. So I think that's the message to get everything properly done, to make sure that you are, who you say you are, and be able to show up in who you know yourself to be. And it literally it is something that most of it is one and done. Most of it is one and done. You do it once, you finish. Fix your address, you done. You a business address, and it's nothing like being a, people are like, especially in these social media streets, as you become somebody that people want to send you products and all that. Somebody wanted to send me a tie, but I was like, I don't know about giving my address out. But now I can give them the Rice address. My mail will go to Rice, and I'm at Rice multiple times a week, so I can go there and pick up my stuff, whatever it might be. And it's so much better, so much better. And then it's done and done and done. So there's so much to be in gratitude for getting the knowledge now. See, God knows that we on to something. God knows that you ready. You ready. And because you ready, you gotta be ready. Like you ready mentally, you ready to step into it physically. You ready to listen. I'm a business owner. I could teach you some stuff. I could show you some stuff. I'm ready. God said, not quite, not quite.
One more tip. The best time to change the address, guys, is you know how yearly, depends on what state you're in,
Mhm,
is to renew your annual renewal for your business in the Secretary of State. So
mhm,
the best time, if you want to save money, you change it when it's time for the renewal.
mhm.
So right now, the new renewal has passed, right, for Georgia, right? So January comes, between January and April, you are able to change that renewal because you're gonna do I mean, you change the address because you're gonna do your renewal at that time. So then you don't have to pay the extra money within the year if that time pass to change that address. So change it when it's time for your renewal. So then you don't have to pay extra monies,
Okay.
and then send out and go online, get the form from the for IRS for the change of address, fill it out, mail it to them, and then you wait. and change it, and you're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, we really don't know what we don't know. And then what it made me feel like was I wanted to consult with a business consultant that knows these things so that like I know how to do what I'm doing. I know how I told them I'm like the undeveloped artist. You know, you think about the singer that comes on and she just got raw talent and she could sing. And all she want to do is sing. That's me. All I want to do is do my work. All this other stuff, like what is all this? But in order for you to be protected and have your insurances and all of the things that you need, they were talking about not yesterday's session, but another session. They were asking what kind of insurances do you have? Do you have errors and omissions? Error and omissions insurance is good for coaches. Like suppose you say something or you forgot to say something and somebody says that harmed me some kind of way. So errors and admission insurance. I have people coming to my house. I have the insurance for the house, but should I have an additional uh business insurance on top of that because I have people in my house? I don't know. But today when they talk about insurance, that's one of the things that I'm going to ask. And then whatever they tell me, I will institute it because I ain't quitting. I love what I do. I love singing how I sing. And most of you who are doing your gift and the thing that you are doing, you love doing it too. So if we love doing what we do, we want to make sure that we are one, protecting ourselves, protecting our clients, and making sure that we have the remedies in place so that if anything is to come to pass, that we are covered. Case in point, I'm in the rental car business. I didn't know I was going to be in the rental car business, but I'm in the rental car business. And Sunday was my first uh, delve into when people don't do the right thing. We had a girl who had a major credit card. She looked decent. We ran her driver's license. Everything was perfect, no problem. It's time for her to bring the car back. She don't bring the car back. It's time for her to bring the car back. She don't bring the car back. She calling saying this excuse and that excuse. She don't got nobody to bring her back. She don't got all this craziness. So then we start charging her, telling her she not gonna get her deposit back, like all of this stuff. You think that people who do the wrong thing care about what you gonna do? They don't care. She said, I'm on my way. So since we had already taken her deposit, I told my partner, I said, well, if she needs an Uber, because she was like, can I drive her home? No, what? I don't know her. And the way she moving, she may be driving me into some kind of trap. No, I'm not doing that. That's not even safe. I said, but what we could do is we could give her an Uber since we already took her deposit. And so we agreed that that's what we would do. Well, on the way, she called again and said, the cops pulling me over, they taking the car and all this kind of stuff. And so she gives this address for us to come and get the car or whatever because the cops got her, right? So I'm like, this is crazy. Who does this stuff, right? So it just so happened that my loctician was here, so she drove me to where the car was at. It wasn't no cops there, y'all. It was just the most convenient place for her to leave my car. She left the car unlocked with the keys in it, but with a big old dent in the door. Now, not only is you not getting your deposit back, now I'm going to have to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. And I don't have no problem doing it. I'm like, people do this kind of stuff. But we have full coverage fleet insurance on the vehicles, and then we also have an additional daily insurance that we add when a person rents the car. So the daily insurance is the one that's going to pay for the damage on the door. It looked like it got some like yellow in it. So you know those like yellow poles that be at the gas station or something. I think she just hit one of those, and because she hit it, she panicked. And so she did all that crazy stuff. But baby, I know where you live at. Like I got all your stuff. Like you're not thinking. You're not thinking. So I really didn't know like what the process was to do everything. So the last couple of days I've been going through the process of how do you fix this. So now after talking to the police yesterday, I got to go back to where I picked the car up from, call the police over there, and then have them come out and give me a police report from over there, and then also check with the store to see if the store has cameras. So but I'm not, even though it's like a part of the process, I wasn't even upset in the middle of it happening because I knew that we were covered no matter what happened. And when my I call her my daughter, when she was driving me to the car, she was driving real fast, like she ready to fight. And all. I said, girl, either the car gonna be there or it's not. But it's covered no matter what. It's just a thing. So let's not get killed on the way going there. Cause she was so fast. I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. We don't got to get there at 90 miles an hour. Like we could just get there when we get there. And so when we got there, it was like nothing was going on. The car was sitting there parked by itself. It was,
Darlaina, Grand
uh-huh.
Rising, everyone. So, did you have her sign insurance when she took out the car when she rented it? Okay,
We
okay,
got a whole contract. We got
okay.
a whole contract that she signed with her name on it, the whole.
Because a lot of people don't take the insurance, particularly if they're uh on,
If they
they
have
have a
their own, if they
vehicle.
have, yeah, if they have their own vehicle, yeah, they
Right, right.
potentially use their own stuff. But one of the things that Lachey does is she rents to high risk people. So, but this lady wasn't one because because she does um cash rentals. The deposit is higher, but this lady had a major credit card, so we didn't. It wasn't nothing that would put her on the
On the
radar
radar,
of
exactly.
that she was this way. But it comes with it, and so Lachey said to me as I'm doing all this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot. And talking to the police, well, we don't talk to 12. What you talking about? You want me to talk to the popo, right? And so as I'm doing all that stuff, she said, "Girl, I've been in business for 6 years. This is nothing." This is nothing. She said, I had to turn the engine off of a car that somebody drove to Florida and didn't have to go get it. But she said that she ended up charging the person $1,000 and they had to pay it. Another lady crashed the car, totaled the whole car out, and the lady ended up with a deficit of $15,000. She said that lady's still paying me. She's still paying me right now to this day. So I'm like, don't tell me no more. Please. I don't want to know. Don't tell me no more. But it just comes with it. And that's why all of this stuff about business and being in business, imagine one, if we didn't have a tracker on the car, we wouldn't have knew where it was. If we didn't have a kill switch, we wouldn't have been able to turn the engine off. Like, so I'm grateful that Lachey is somebody who knows this business, is familiar with this business and understands what it is that we need to have in place. Because some people, put the cart before the horse and have people, hey, go ahead, take the car, give me the money. Okay, got your money? Okay, bye. Right? And so she's like, no, I'm not putting none of your cars on the road until we get the trackers and the kill switches on.
Yeah, you have to know the business you're in. You really
And,
do. And I
and
know, and thinking about spaces, being in New York, Sherry and I shared a offsite space in New Jersey. New York has the stock market. When it comes to insurance, traveling, New York is not offered. We're one of the states that isn't offered insurance. You can get it on your own. Crypto, right? Because the stock market is so many different things come up when you're living in New York and having a business. So we had a shared space, and it's important to read those contracts and know what they entail. Like you said, that they charged you for your mail,
yeah.
right? So that was something that was offered as an additional expense.
Mhm.
But these things, it's really important as business owners and learning what you need to do to be in practice and to be reputable, right?
Yes.
Because I know when I'm doing my trips, I had someone, I grew up with her. We weren't that close, but we knew each other. She looked me up before she deposited for Egypt. And I said, well, that's good. She said, yeah, I checked you out. And she told me. So people will look, they will find, they will look, people, they know you. They still may, do their due diligence when it comes to a business interaction, right? Because being friends is one thing, but it changes the
It's business.
dynamic when now you're doing business,
Yes,
right?
business. And what
Yeah,
we ain't gonna do is no N-word business.
no way.
We're not doing that. So we need to make sure that you ain't doing no N-word business.
Mm.
Have your stuff in order so that when people look you up, when they Google you, they listen. Your Dunn's number, your like. Do you even have a Dunn's number? You do, but do you know it? Because in the capability statement, it asks for the DUNS number. And I was thinking to myself, I know I have a DUNS number and I've seen the DUNS number, but I've never had nobody ask me for it. But the DUNS number is how they give you business credit. The DUNS number tells them how long you've been in business, how much money your business is making. I go through the DUNS thing, the thing said, oh, you made 96,000 and something, something, something. I said, well, when did I make that? But I'll take it. That's listed under my business under the DUNS number. So when they start talking about no doc loans and all that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff that they're using. But if you don't even know that you have it, if you've never checked it, never looked at it, never synced it, never synced it. You ain't never synced it. Yes, Julie. Julie said, good advice. Have to know the business. And it's good to have consultants, people who understand. Like that lady that was speaking and talking about capability, like she worked in the field for 22 years. She knows this stuff. And there's certain things about business and the consultation of the business that she understands it. And so that's part of her personal ministry to help businesses to have their stuff in order. Because how can you say you in business, but you don't really know if you in business or not? Like your business ain't a business. It's still listed at your house and you still, and it could be listed somewhere else when you still working out of the back room of your house. But when you trying to elevate to the next level and you want people to invest in you, you want to be able to get the appropriate loans and all that kind of stuff, these things got to be in place. And that guy that's the investor, his office is in the Rice Center. Now, granted, I'm probably gonna talk to somebody else. I don't want to talk to him. 'Cause he might put me this. Oh, what you say? Because he's sleepy. He's a sleepy talker. But absolutely, y'all, just start looking at your stuff. Get yourself a binder, put your things in it. Like, when you start talking about your business and the other businesses that you have as umbrellas under that business, like all of that stuff has to have a place. Go ahead, Yolanda.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, you guys.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. That is something that I do every day. Help people get their business as business because people out here thinking just because you got an LLC or IC or whatever, you're running a business. So what I could do with you guys, I do an intake form and it's a not a lot, but it's a Google form. And what it does for you, it gives you everything you need for your business so you could be loan ready, grant ready, because I do grants. This is what I give to people who want me to do grants. If your business ain't up to par of what I would do, I will help it get up to par, or either you can do it yourself and I give you guys how to do it yourself. Because it's simple, but it's not simple. It's a lot of stuff that you need to know on the back end. And if you don't know it, like you go into Sam's not gonna tell you, just fill it out and they give you a number. Or they give you a dumb numbers and then what you don't know what's next if you don't know. So just because you got those numbers, you still need to do something else so you can have your business registered as a black owned entity and all these things. But if y'all want that link, I can send it to you. Y'all fill it out. And if you want to go forward with that, I can help you guys get your business stable.
Mhm. Yeah, they talked about SAM.gov and
Mm-hmm.
support.io, where people go for that, but you do need to have those things in place. So tomorrow at Rice, they're going to be talking about how and what you need in order to become a minority certified business. And they're going to talk about, because we thought, oh yeah, so we're going to come and we're going to be on we're going to have our certification by the time we leave. No, you won't. You will have the list of things that are required in order for you to become a certified business, and then they will tell you where you can do all the stuff when you have all your things together. Because she was going down a list of things that's needed, and I'm saying, okay, yeah, I need to get that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get that. Okay. All right, cool, 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 cool. So yeah, so it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but at the end of it, we will have everything we need, and people can do. Julie said we need a class on that. Yeah, Julie, send me a DM so I can get you into our ecosystem so that you'll be able to find out when we are having those types of classes. Because what is the business if you're not really in business? How you gonna leave your job to do a business that ain't a business? You leaving your job that don't have what it needs, so it's not technically a business. Could you make money? Absolutely. But how much money? The money is limited when you don't have your paperwork.
I call it nigga business.
I said N-word business. I said it. I said it the nice way.
I try to help you out. I know you so beautiful
We're
this
not doing,
morning.
we're
You
not
just
doing that. We're not doing
no,
no
no more.
N-word business. We're not doing no N-word business. We're gonna do our business the appropriate way. We're gonna have all of the things in place. And as you have the things in place, just like Shanette said, you will find yourself on more lists. You will find yourself receiving more things because you will be found where you need to be found. You'll be found where businesses are listed. Oh, that's a life coach. Even though you may have branches of other things that you do, because they got numbers for everything. It's a life coach number, it's a health coach number, it's a this number, it's a that number. And that was what she was saying. Some of the capability statements, people had like so many codes for the work that they do. And those are the codes that the suppliers use when they looking you up. But you gotta have something for people to look up. If you don't have nothing for people to look up, how they gonna find you? A website is important. Like all these things are important. And so man,
Yeah, Darlena, and they change those codes too from time to time because I've had my business for such a long time, my nonprofit,
mhm.
and I found out through applying, for one thing or another, and somebody informed me that, oh no, they changed that code. That it's not that anymore. It's
Yes.
this.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think we have to do what they
You
call
have to
those.
stay on top of it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do a business audit of your own business. Don't wait for somebody else to come along and audit you. Audit yourself so that you can make sure. And I know, listen, y'all, I don't know what that is that a person has when they can't sit still long, but I don't like sitting for hours looking at stuff. It give me a headache, and that's what I was telling Maya. I said, Maya, I'm getting a headache. I mean, I don't really have a headache, but I feel like it's gonna give me a headache if I stay in it too long. Like I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. Like what somebody else need to do this. Like I need somebody else to do it and then show me what they did. So I understand what was done for my business. But all that, I know that's somebody ministry. It's just not mine. But I know it's a necessary thing. I'm not going to call it a necessary evil. That's what came up in my mind. But it is a necessary thing that we must all have. Yes, the overwhelm of it all. But yes, one day at a time. Even the word overwhelm, when you say overwhelm, it feels overwhelmed just to say the words overwhelm. So I
It's like a kid saying, I don't wanna.
don't
I
want
don't wanna.
somebody else to do it.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that we do our stuff and that the things that are necessary are done so that we will have it. We'll have exactly what we need. So I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I'm grateful for these conversations because sometimes, you can be working diligently and you ready to launch. You about to have your launch, but your business is built on sand and not on solid ground. And so we want our businesses on solid ground. We want it to be able to withstand the storms. Like imagine if I had just been renting the cars willy-nilly without all of the things that's necessary. Not only would I be stuck with the expense, be stuck with a very expensive lesson. So that's a hell no and a no
You
thank you.
wouldn't
So I
you wouldn't
praise.
have the cars. The cars would be
Exactly.
gone.
Exactly. So I'm so grateful what God is doing. I am so excited. Julie said, clear example. I was trying to do business with a woman. She waited 6 months for the product and she said, I got it. It was wrong, sent it back, and she took me to court. The judge dismissed it, but that's the part of the nonsense we don't want. Absolutely nonsense. We don't want no nonsense. So I'm extremely grateful for the lessons right now because God knows that we're about to elevate. Can y'all feel the elevation coming? We feel the elevation coming. So God is saying, I
Yes.
want you to elevate all the way up here and don't have your foundation correct so that when you do elevate, you crash and burn. So we don't got time for crashing and burning. So we want to make sure that our foundations are solid. So
On the rock, not sand.
absolutely, absolutely. So, with that being said, does anybody have anything else they want to add for us today before we skedaddle? And thank you, Debbie, for that input because that's so important. Because another thing about stuff is that it could be based on where you live. Like
Absolutely.
we got a rule in New York that we don't have here in Georgia. So
Yeah.
you need to know what your state is doing. And then a lot of times that state stuff is determined whether or not your state is red or blue.
Oh, that too.
Politics. Politics determine what and I ain't gonna hold you. I have learned so much different like here in Georgia, so many things that I had in Philly, we do not have. Certain protections that we had in Philly, they're not here in Georgia. Georgia is a red state all day. And I'm like, oh my God, they don't got that. Or if they do, it's very few and far between. In Philly, we have free clinics on every corner, provided by the city. Here, I might see a couple of free clinics, but they are privately owned, or it's at Grady, the hospital. That's it. The thing that they do with people in rent and kicking people out and all that kind of stuff, not in Philly, not up north. That you got programs and things to help you. Now they got some again privately owned, not nothing from the city or the state that will help you down here. Every fifth of the month or around somewhere between the fifth and the 10th, you can ride past these apartment buildings and find people stuff outside. They do not care. They will set you out because it's red. And that's something that a lot of times I don't think people even think about because I never thought about whether or not this was a Democratic or Republican city when I moved here.
Mm.
I didn't think of that. But it has been a stiff lesson. So I'm really grateful. I appreciate each and every one of you. Dr. Long, will you please give us our, Debbie, did you have something else you want to add?
I'm sorry, I did really quick. I'm going to put the Egypt 2027 flyer in the
Okay.
Telegram group
Okay.
with information for that. Thank you so much.
All right. We appreciate you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Long, will you please give us our blessing for today? You unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I am? Okay, because it doesn't say so on my phone. All right. We're blessed going in.
Let's go.
Okay, we're going in.
We're blessed coming out.
What's coming out?
Coming out.
We're blessed in the city.
In the
Favored
city.
in the city.
We're blessed in the field.
We're favored in the field.
We're always in the right place at the right time.
We're always in the right place at the right time.
With the right people.
Right people.
With the right people.
Doing the right thing.
Right
Doing the right thing.
for the right reasons,
For the
For the
right
right
The right
reasons.
reason.
and everything's in divine order.
And
everything.
everything
Everything
is
is
in
in
divine
divine order.
order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
As
As
Jabez
Yes,
said,
yes.
Jabez
for us
Bless
said,
us
indeed.
indeed.
yes, indeed.
Expand our territory,
And
Expand our
Expand our
territory.
Our
territory.
territory.
extend an open hand of favor to us,
Extend an
Extend an
open
open
hand of favor
hand of
to
favor
us,
to us,
that we may do no harm.
That
that
we
we
may
may
that
do
we
do
no
may do
harm.
no
no
harm.
harm.
And we let go and let God.
let
And
And
we
we
let
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 go
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 and
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 let
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 God.
God
God
And then go with the flow
with the
and
flow.
and
Go
go
with the
with
with
the
the
flow.
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 and let the blessings and the money roll in.
The
And
Let
blessing
let
the
the
favor
blessings
and the
Blessings and
and
the
the
money
money
roll
roll
in.
in
in.
From the north, south, east, and west.
from the north,
From
from
the
the north,
north,
south,
South,
east,
south,
and
south,
west,
east,
east,
and
and
west,
west.
From above and beneath,
From
above,
above
above
and
above
and
beneath,
and
beneath.
beneath,
from known and unknown sources.
from
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 known
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 and
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 unknown
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 sources.
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 As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
No,
Oh,
tell us
As
about
wait,
your
no.
Jabez
money,
said,
Doc.
Tell us about our money, Darlaina.
we have supernatural unlimited money, so it's supernatural unlimited seeds.
Amen.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never
We
run
never
out.
run out.
never,
We
never,
never
never.
run
Never,
out.
never. Out of God
We
overabundance, so we
always
never
have
run
more
out.
than enough.
We
We
always
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 have
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 more than
More
more
enough.
than
than
more than
enough.
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 More than enough to do anything our heart desires.
More than enough.
Right?
More
More
than
than
enough to
enough
do
to
anything that our hearts
anything that our
desire.
desire.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
More than
More
enough.
than
More than
More
enough
enough
than
to
enough
do
to
to do
do
anything
anything
anything that
that
God
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 puts
puts
in
puts
on
our
on
our
our
heart
hearts
hearts
to
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 do
do
for
for
do
others.
for
others.
others.
We have big money to spend, big money to lend, and bigger money to keep.
We got
We
We
have
big
have
money
big
to
money
money
to
to
spend,
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 big
big
And
money
money
to
to
big money
lend,
to
to
lend,
live,
and
spend,
big
and
and
money
bigger
bigger
to
money
money
to
to
keep.
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 Because our bank is in heaven,
Yes, that's in heaven.
Heaven.
and we're
Amen.
the branch banks. We're the spout where the money's coming
Money
out.
coming.
The branch
Amen.
banks, the
Amen.
Amen.
spout where the
Amen.
money's coming out. Amen.
Amen. God can trust us with the money. We are the money. Hallelujah.
And let me just say, I see Tori up there in the cut. She was out. She was missing in action for a few minutes, so I had to call her. There she go. Hey, girl. you know,
Who's that?
Tori.
Hey,
Tori.
Tori.
Hey, Tori.
Tori. Oh, yeah. Come on, Tori.
Yes.
How's your baby?
Yes. She sleep laying inside of the bed because she ain't unmute. She must be sleeping. But I thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station.